Alright, I am coming to you with the sixth outfit of this year's regional conventions for me. Again, I'm going to be using a Vogue pattern. For as much complaining as I do about Vogue and simplicity patterns, I sure do use them a lot. Well, they're just so fancy and elegant. Anyway, this time I'm going to be using Vogue's 1513 pattern by Badgley Mishka. It is described as a fitted line dress with princess seams, a stand-up collar cut on the bias, back slit, invisible back zipper, and pleated drape detail, which you will see here. It's a cute little flounce. And the model, you can see her knees, so I will be lengthening the dress. Also, she's wearing a berryish color. I know I said I don't wear red, but that's what I'm doing this dress in. So the fabrics that I'm going to be using for this here Vogue pattern is actually a red satin remnant that I had left over from an outfit that I made in 2014 for the international convention. So it's just a basic red satin. And this is like quality satin. Like I spent a good penny on that. I don't know where I got it from, but it wasn't from Joann's. And also, this is a fabric that I've had since I started sewing back in 2010. This is going to be the flounce. So I'm going to do a contrasting detail on the dress. And the reason why I still have this piece of fabric 7 years later is because back when I first started sewing, I never actually bought enough yardage to make a full outfit. So I've got lots of like 1 yard pieces of fabric in my stash. And I'm just like, what am I going to do with all these little itty bitty pieces of fabric? Use them for contrasting detail. That's what I'm going to have to do. So I've got this for the flounce. I've got this for the dress. I am going to be wearing red to the convention next week. I'm kind of excited because I really for real don't wear red at all. So it'll be interesting to see what I do for makeup. I do have a pair of red pumps that I literally only bring out like once a year. But I might switch it up. I may wear some white pumps. Because I'm trying to think of what else I could possibly wear with this outfit. And I'm thinking it's either going to be white or red. But anyway, look forward to seeing this here Badgley Mishka pattern in 3, 2, 1. Hi guys. So, for any of you who are wondering, do I ever wear my outfits again? The answer is yes. Anyway, here is the finished dress. I hope you guys like it. It was very much complimented at the convention. It was the last one that we had here in Dayton a few weeks ago actually. Yeah, I'm filming this super late because after I got done doing all that sewing, I was tired. So, as you can see, the dress has been lengthened. This panel down here is, it was 12 inches long and I folded it over so it actually extended the dress by about 5.5 inches once you account for the seam allowance of 5/8 seam. So yeah, it came down longer, about mid-calf, which made it very modest, which I was greatly appreciative of. Then I didn't have to cover up my knees or anything like that. It was very simple to add that. This dress originally was supposed to have a kick pleat on it. I just eliminated that and put that bottom part on there. Like it literally didn't take any amount of time. I probably put that on faster than I would have made the kick pleat in the back of the dress. This dress, I don't know if you can tell from the video because Stacy really, really jipped me on that video. She did a horrible job as a photographer. But this dress fits a lot better than my other tailored one-piece dresses that I have made ever. The great thing about Vogue is they actually a lot of the times will let you make dresses according to your cup size. And that is actually something that I forgot to say about this dress. This dress you can actually do for an A, B, C, or D cup. So of course I did the D cup and it made everything fit like a dream in the bodice area, which is where I usually have an issue. Now the other great thing about having this dress fit with a D cup is my shoulders are out, so I don't have to account for my shoulders being broad. This one's a little bit different because your shoulders are out, but not your whole shoulder blade. So this actually was a little tight in the upper bust area. But what I did, I finally figured it out how to make my dresses fit in the waist. Because my bust and waist pretty much are on key with the pattern measurements. But my hip area, I have a lot of trouble with. You guys know this if you've been watching me for a while. So I figured out what it is that I need to do in order to make the waist come in just a little bit, but the hips come in a lot more. Darts. That's it, darts. So in this dress, we have a lot of princess seams. There's a seam that's here and a seam that's here. Those are princess seams. And then also in the back of the dress, there's a princess seam here and a princess seam here. What I did was I put the dart inside of the actual seam. So you can't see that I darted it. It's invisible, which is great. So the thing that I'll have to figure out going forward is if I'm making a dress that's like this that doesn't have princess seams, where am I going to put the dart? But at least I know now that's what I need in order to pull in that hip area, but not make it gather and buckle. I mean, as you can see, the dress actually has a shape on my form. That usually never happens. I usually have a lot of buckling and bulk in the hip area because I can never figure out how to do it. And I actually jacked up this dress. It was on its way to the trash can the night before the convention. Let me tell you what I did wrong. I realized once I had constructed the dress fully that I had way too much fabric on both sides throughout the waist and the hip area. So what I did was I cut off 1.5 inches on both sides, which actually eliminated 3 inches on both sides, a total of 6 inches altogether. That did not end up well. The entire dress was too tight across this area here, and I had no room in the waist at all. It looked horrible. So what I had to do is, the 3 inches that I cut off from each side, I had to sew back onto the dress. And only by some small mercy of mind or something did I think to myself, hey, instead of reducing the dress on the sides, why don't we reduce it in the back? And when we pull it in the back, it should be able to reduce it on the side. And if you guys don't know, that worked like a dream. So yeah, inserting these really, really deep 1.5 inch darts here in the back, and then of course making it taper off here and here is exactly what did the trick. I'm so excited I figured that out. But yeah, this dress was fun to wear. I thought it looked cute. I really don't wear a whole lot of red lipstick, but that day the red lipstick was doing it for me. Well, anyway, here we are. Here's the finished dress. I hope you guys like it. This is definitely probably a good dress to do if you are a beginner sewer and you want to kind of like step it up a little bit. The little ruffle, it was a little tricky at first, but if you just give it some time to think through it, it actually isn't that difficult. I would definitely change the way that the ruffle was done by making it lined instead of just turning under a hem. I would definitely make this lined instead. I think that would give it a better drape to it. Yeah, I'm not really keen on narrow hems. I don't really like that. I would prefer it if it was lined. And the dress is actually fully lined. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys like it.